Yeah.
What is
Going.
on?
It's McCade.
It's Russ.
You can find me on Instagram at M_C_KADE. That's MC Cade on the mic.
That is MCK. And I am Russell_Rowan, just as is. Welcome back.
Welcome. Hope you enjoyed last episode. Our accents are finally gone. Took us a couple days,
gone.
but they're gone. Here, you need this closer to you.
Sorry, not sorry. Because while they lasted, it was a blast. And now that they're gone, if you're sad, it's too bad.
Go listen to last.
Yeah, just go rewatch that a couple more times, please.
Yeah, and if you did, thank you. Shout out to our faithful followers. You know, we got something coming for you guys one day.
One day.
So, me and Russ have become quite the sports fans.
Indeed.
What sport?
Hockey.
Hockey.
Yeah, dude. Can you believe it? Two Utah boys who are big old fans of hockey. What team, though? Where on earth would we be rooting for a team out of Utah?
Colorado Avalanche.
Go Avs.
Yeah, so, they're in the playoffs.
Yep.
Russell, why are we cheering for this team?
Okay, so my girlfriend, Keely, and her family, they are from Colorado. And they've been cheering on the Avs, like, since forever. And 20 years ago, I think they took the cup, if I'm correct. And since then, they've been diehard, avid Avs fans. So now, so are we.
Yep. Russell was watching a couple games that made it into the playoffs. I came over and watched the game, and I was hooked.
He's hooked.
I can't watch sports that much, but this hockey game, I haven't missed one since. Last night, they got destroyed. But
Not
tomorrow
exactly
night, tonight, we're about to win the cup.
We
3
want
out of
the
5.
cup. All right?
Yeah,
We
so
want
it's
it.
just freaking exciting. It's fast-paced, low-scoring, so it's like soccer, but the pace of basketball. And it's intense like football because people are getting knocked over.
It's closer to rugby, dude.
Yeah, but like,
They're
padded up.
Yeah, they are padded up. And there's some
like-
hard hits, man.
yeah.
We're talking
There's some
smacked.
big
into the
fights
wall.
last night. It's a spectator sport, that's for sure.
If the gloves come off, it's a good time. That's for sure.
That's for sure. Russ, do not start
Anyway.
that.
If you're not following, go get on anything. Go catch up. Avs,
Just go watch
Lightning,
highlights. You'll
Tampa
love
Bay,
it.
Colorado. It's going down in the DMs.
The speed the little puck is moving, and the eye-hand coordination is incredible.
Oh, yeah, they're taking shots at like 95
Great.
miles per hour.
Great athletes.
Yeah, it's incredible.
They're off this go-go juice.
Straight off the go-go juice.
All right. We got some more tales from the boys for you guys. We're going to start off with a little tale of the West where you could ride down the street and just blast anyone inside with water balloons. So we went through a little water ballooning phase.
Quite the phase. Yeah.
Yeah. It was like 2 weeks long. Oh, Heather's trying to call me. Sorry, babe. I'm recording here. You continue. I'm going to tell her I'm recording.
Yeah, no, for sure. So, pretty much the basics of water ballooning, okay? Number one, allegedly, we would go out every night for like the 2 weeks straight, okay? And allegedly, we would go out and throw water balloons at certain
civilians.
passers-by.
It's Red Dead out here.
Yeah, it really is.
GTA.
Definitely GTA status, but we allegedly did this. So we would go out, and you have the driver. Okay, he's like a call out. If not, then you got the person in the passenger seat, and he's a call out. But then you got the person that's sitting in the back, whether it's the back of the truck or the back of the seat, back seat of the car. They got the windows down. They're ready to throw. okay? So once you get the call-outs down, the thrower has to get the right timing of when to throw the balloon and how hard and when to hit that person spot on, okay? It's quite the process, but fun nonetheless.
I'm just gonna ruin it now. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I told Russ we can ham these stories up, really ham them up. He's going for it. I don't remember it being that serious.
It was that serious.
But we're calling out sniper shots.
Dude,
apparently.
it was straight up like, hey, 2 guys on your left. Okay, you ready? Ready? Go, 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 go.
That's the best when they scream.
Absolutely best. If you hit somebody and you get a reaction out, I'm like, or then you're just like, got him.
Yeah.
You know I got him.
Yeah.
Confirmed hit, you know?
Yeah.
But if there's nothing said, then you're like, oh, shucks.
So I know what Heather texted me or tried calling for.
Yeah.
I said, sorry, or I said, I'm recording, are you okay? She said, yeah, I wanted to show my friends how good you are at nay-naying. Then I realized you were recording. Apparently I'm really good at doing the nay-nay.
The nay-nay? Dude, you're good at doing any dance move.
Thanks, bro.
But, like, your wife asking to show you her friend, wow.
That's
You just
fun.
have to have a set, like, in your camera roll, you just have to have
Yeah.
dance moves and then name them all. And then you'd be like, okay, on the spot, I need to send somebody the name.
No, just things that Heather likes to show off. So, my hair that's crazy on this date. All right, I'll have that one ready. My dance move from this date that I created. Okay. Me in a funny outfit. Okay. And just have those on deck for Heather to embarrass.
No doubt. Yeah, yeah. That's the way to go, for sure.
So they're back there with a cooler, right?
Yeah, usually we had a cooler, something to keep them safe in. We don't want them popping in the car, right?
Heck no. Why would we want water on us?
Of course not. We want water on other people. Duh. Anyways,
I promise it gets more exciting, all right?
it does.
We're
What was
trying
the hottest spot we would go to?
Campus,
What campus?
allegedly. Southern Utah.
The college.
So, yeah. There's always people walking around campus, obviously, so we just do laps around there and catch some students coming home from a long night of study and really lighten their day, you know? I got water balloons. What a wonderful day.
Yeah, duh.
Duh.
Because everybody knows that everybody that's walking anywhere
It's hot and
it's
tired.
hot, they're tired.
Need some
I
refreshment.
just need a little water balloon to the face, y'all. Or the back. Back shots are always good because you always get the arm throw. It's awesome. It's totally awesome. Wow.
Yeah, that's all. I only remember getting like 2 reactions.
Really?
And one was under the bridge.
Yeah.
And she's like, ah! And then like one on campus, like, oh!
Okay. So we're driving, and it's just before the bridge. There's 2 people walking. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
Okay. I had 2 water balloons,
Okay, yeah.
and I timed them
Yeah.
just right, and the 2 people were
That's the
walking.
same one I was thinking.
We did the call out and everything. This is the chick that
2
screamed.
on the right.
And I literally threw them both at the same time, just a little bit offset, and I hit both of them. And we got the and we're just like, get out of here, go, 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 drive, drive, drive. And those were like the best times ever, for real.
So one of these times we were setting up. You know what story I'm about to tell?
I don't know yet.
You will remember, because this is like the epitome of the. I think this might have been the last time we went. There was Park Discovery where we would meet up with our Cedar friends, because that's their side of the town.
It was their side.
So we were up on that side of the town, and usually we would go throw fireworks at people at this park.
Mm-hmm.
But we needed to meet up with Selleck so we could get in his non-recognizable car, because I drove a orange truck, and Russell at the time was in the Mustang, or what?
No.
Just a Durango. You just had the Durango.
I think we were in the Tacoma.
Oh, the blue Tacoma? Yeah, probably. Anyways, we're in my truck, because I remember.
Yeah, we were in the bed of your truck.
So we pull up at the park. Selleck's taking forever.
Waiting for him.
So I come up with a genius idea. Why don't we lay in the bed? When he gets here, we'll water balloon him.
Yeah. We just
We'll
pop
really
up.
get it, Selleck.
Boom,
Lay in the
boom,
bed.
boom. Just
And
pound
pelt
his
it.
car.
Just get him. Just get him real good.
Just nail it, okay? So we're all amped up. We're ready to go. We're chilling in the bed of the truck. We're waiting and waiting
And waiting.
and waiting.
And waiting.
And then finally,
He pulls up
what did he drive? What did he pull up in?
in the Silver, Colorado.
Yeah, he had the Silver Colorado. So Silver Colorado pulls up right next to us. And I'm like, all right, you ready? 1, 3, 2, 1, go. And right as I let go of my third or fourth water balloon at this point, it's not Selleck.
The cabin light of that truck turns on, and there's an old man in there.
Old man and his
an old
wife. And he
trying to
opens
figure out what's going
the
on.
door, looks at us, and we're just staring at him like, You're not Selleck?
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. We thought you were our friend. Well, if I was your friend, I'd pummel you, is what he said.
Oh, man, if I was your friend, I'd pummel you.
This poor guy is doing his job and locking up the
Yeah, he
bathrooms
was the
at the park.
janitor. And we just pummeled his car with water balloons.
And we're like, we're so sorry.
We're like, we're so...
And he's like,
we're
if
waiting
I was
for
your
our
friend, I would have pummeled you. And we're like,
Yeah.
walks away. His wife backs the truck up behind my truck.
Yeah.
Is calling someone.
Call somebody. Next
Definitely
thing we know,
talking
she's looking at the license
at
plate.
the license plate. Yep,
calling.
yep.
J5 9. Is that a 9? Yeah, 9 3 A5.
No,
And we're just
Julius.
like, great. Grandma just got our plates. Biggest no-no in water ballooning. Never let them get your plates.
So, the old guy comes back and is like, he's chill about it. Do you remember what he said? I don't remember saying much.
I think we just apologized again, and then he kind of laughed and said, just, can you pick up these, don't make a mess kind of
Yeah.
thing. And we're like, oh, yeah, no worries. Yeah, sorry.
Anything for you, sir. And so now Julius, the orange truck, is wanted. So we gotta hide this truck. So we go hide the truck. Finally, Selleck shows up with half our water balloons left. I don't remember if we were very successful that night.
Well, he parked, and didn't we throw him across the fence at him? Didn't we wait and park across the fence?
I don't remember actually throwing them at him.
It was just iffy, because I think he pulled up and had his own water balloons and started throwing them at us or something.
No.
There's some crazy crackhead energy there that night, I swear.
Like what?
Whether it was like an airsoft gun, like a handgun or something. I don't know. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff that went down at this park, okay? Whether it was fireworks, smoke bombs, allegedly, airsoft guns, paintball guns, hide and seek, you name it, it happened there at that park. So, there's lots of stories that happened there. I just was funneling through all of them. But that was hilarious. Because the look on this guy's face, the look that we literally, we got done throwing, we looked at each other like, that's not my kid. That's not Selleck. What the heck is going on? And like, it was just hilarious. Like, I cannot explain the look on our faces after we were like, oh crap, that is not Selleck, that's the janitor.
That's some grumpy old man.
He was grumpy old man. That's just bottom line for it right there. This one time water ballooning, and I'll be quick with this story, but this actually did happen. So this is a non-allegedly story. This is a factual story. Me and Logan were driving around town, okay? And we're in the old blue. We're driving. Logan's got some chick in there with us. She's kind of one of our friends at the time. And we were switching off throwing and driving. and we were driving around campus, and I got some good throws. Logan had some good call-outs for me, and we just got some really good ones. And then we switched. So then I'm driving. Logan's in the bed of the truck. So we're driving around campus. I did a couple call-outs. He missed. He couldn't see where the person was, and then he got a couple. And then we get around this corner right where this crosswalk is, and we're like, okay, there's got to be somebody that's going to walk across this crosswalk. So we kind of waited extra long at this crosswalk, and then there was cars coming, so I started to drive off, and then we saw somebody walking up. So I was like, Logan, on the right. And he's like, what? I'm like, wait, there's two on the left. I see two chicks walking up on the left. And I said, wait till this car passes, though. He's like, okay. So then the car passes. He jumps up, chucks 2 water balloons, and as he's throwing his second one, he realizes that the car that just passed us was the campus police.
Sorry.
And the second he released that second water balloon, you just see, and I'm like, oh.
Oh.
Oh, my call-outs weren't that sharp that night. So I pull over. He pulls over behind me. While we're in the space of waiting for him to come up to the car, Logan's just sitting in the bed of the truck looking right at the officer. Logan's like ticked at me. He's like, are you kidding me, Russ? Did you not see him? Come on. And I'm like, I'm sorry, dude. I don't know what to tell you. I was looking at the people. He's like, yeah, right. You saw him. And I'm like, I swear I didn't see him. So then 2 more cops show up. It's a busy night. And they all come up to the car, the truck, and first officer gets our names and our IDs. He goes back to his car. Then this rookie boy comes up, and this other, like, tattooed, like, kind of vet-looking cop comes up. And so the rookie's like, all right, so we're going to need you all to call your parents and let them know what you've been doing tonight. And I kind of looked at Logan, looked at the gal with us, looked back at the officer, and I was like, I know the law. I was like, we're all over 18. We don't have to call our parents. And he goes,
It really showed him.
oh, you're all 18? You're all 18? Oh, okay. All right. And the one goes, I mean, I'll call my mom and dad if you want me to. And he's like, oh, you will? You will? Oh, if you want, you can.
If you want.
And I'm just like, this guy, come on. So then the veteran dude with the tats is like, this isn't very funny, guys. People could have latex allergies, and you're throwing latex balloons at them. You could kill somebody with a water balloon. And we're all like, yeah, right. He's like, you could kill someone. And I'm just like, well, that was not our intention. We were just having fun. They're all water balloons, just chilling. Nothing too much going on. So, heck, And so then,
no, officer.
He's all looking at my truck and starts complimenting it. And then he's like, what's with all these scratches? My brother's like, oh, he beats the heck out of this truck. He wish he'd take more care of it. And I'm just like, well, it came with these. Come on. And he's all looking at it. And then the other guy comes back with our IDs and says, all right, you guys, this is a warning. You cannot be on campus for the remainder of tonight. If we catch you on campus, you will get trespassed. You will get a ticket. Go have fun somewhere else.
Wow.
And I was like, all right. He didn't confiscate our water balloons. He didn't tell us to stop. He just said, get the hell off campus. So we were done. We ended it. We stopped. We're like, well, you can't do it. Too scared. 3 cops. Too close. We're done.
Too scared, 3 cops, too close.
So anyways, that was a fun night of water ballooning for sure.
Yeah.
And I think that the momentum with us being in vehicles and water balloons is kind of what led into this story.
I think we should phone a friend and see what Logan says about the story.
Oh,
Is he
should we?
working? I see he's working.
We could find out.
Yeah,
Should we
see
do a
he's
segment
working.
on Phone a Friend?
Yeah, we'll phone a
All
friend.
right.
A segment of Phone a Friend with McCade and Russ on what is going on with McCade and Russ. Let's see if he answers. But the story we're about to tell is the whole reason for this podcast.
Yes.
Hey, whoa!
Hey, kid.
What you doing, kid?
Just bought some groceries.
Oh, nice. Hey, you are live with McCade and Russ on What is Going On.
Okay, Rush.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, this is a segment called Phone a Friend, and we're just calling you.
See how true Russell's story is.
Okay.
So, Logan, what do you recall of the night of water ballooning when the cops pulled us over?
So, my recollection, and I don't know how far Russell's gotten into the story, but I distinctly remember each of us taking turns. One of us would drive and spot for the other one, while the other one laid down in the back of the truck and waited for the signal, which was a knock on the back window. And then that was a signal for the person to get up and throw water balloons at whoever they saw. And so when it was my turn, Russell knocks on the window, and I get up, and the car that passes us going the opposite direction is a cop. And he sees me throw this water balloon, and he whips right around and pulls us over. And Russell did it purposely so that the cop would see me throw that water balloon.
Okay, what else?
So we get pulled over, and the cop's like, well, I could call your parents, or, you can call your parents. And Russell's like, I'm over, I can't remember what he said, like over 18, I don't need to call my parents, basically. And the cop just shut up, and I was like, yeah, I'll call my parents, I'll do whatever I need to do to get out of this situation. Because as of right then, like, I was the only one probably going to be charged with anything. So, I mean, Russell was just driving, I guess he could be charged with something, I don't know. But that's the story.
It's exactly like Russell told it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Well, thanks for being my fact checker, and thanks for being on this segment with us on Phone a Friend.
On what's going on with McCade and Russ.
All right.
Well, we'll catch you next time, kid.
Sounds good.
See ya.
I'll see ya.
All right.
Wow, it's almost verbatim.
Something about that kid right there is he's always first to blame me. Mm-hmm. When I didn't even see the cop. I mean, granted, as much as I'd love to see Logan go to jail for something that I did or had him do, I'd never do it,
Yeah.
Like, that's something you gotta understand, Yeah.
All right, introducing the story where two young lads participated in drive-by shootings. Yeah, that's it. That's the story.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
So, it's a weekend. It's a weekend night. Yeah, we
crazy out
don't
there.
got school the next day. Everybody's hitting the local stops and pops and Main Street, and we're just chilling, having a good old time.
Because what else is there to do?
Yeah, and I believe at this point we were just at the school, just chilling in the parking lot. We get a little ringy ring from our buddy old pal.
You know him. Selleck.
He's
the one that helped us water balloon. He's the one that water ballooned Russell. He's the one... What other stories? And that helped us take hubcaps off a car.
And that got me in a sketchy situation in Knapp.
Yeah.
This guy.
What a guy.
We miss you, Selleck. If you ever watch these, come by sometime. So, he calls us, says, hey, I need your help. Except he was more flustered. Hey, guys, I need help. The OG squad, they're after me. I need help. We need to go now.
Now, if you remember the OG squad, that's the squad of troublemaking jocks.
Yeah.
That's it.
Football
Keep
team,
going.
pretty much, essentially. Cool guys, big guys, strong guys, mean
We're cool
guys.
with them until it's nighttime.
Yeah.
And then it's just all
It's
war.
every
As
man
you-
squad
if you followed,
for
you know.
himself. So, OG squad's talking mad hype like they're gonna kick old Selly boy in the rumpus
Yeah,
hard.
as usual.
So, we go to Selleck's house, bust our butts over there, and he's already got a plan.
Sure.
We go down into his room and he's throwing things out of his closet, grabbing every which thing you could ever think of. Camo, masks, guns.
Airsoft guns.
Real guns.
No.
Allegedly.
Stop.
Airsoft guns. So,
This isn't actually GTA. We had
It's not.
airsoft guns.
this is the most
400
legal...
FPS, 20 gram BBs.
20 grams. White. They were white.
Those were the good ones.
Okay? So, he's like, all right, here's what we're going to do. Grabbing stuff, throwing it, putting stuff on. We're going to drive to Brad's. And we're going to go in there. We're going to call OG Squad out. We're going to light that place up. And we're going to zip out of there. And we're like, come again? And he's like, we're going to do a drive-by shooting at Brad's with all these airsoft guns. Pick your poison. We're like, I got my own gun in my car, so I can just get that one if you want.
I don't carry my airsoft gun on me, so I'll take this pistol.
Yeah. So we all load up like freaking SEAL Team 6 ready to take out Osama bin Laden himself.
We jump in his white Jeep.
Yeah. Like
This
military
old
style,
Jeep.
dude.
Soft top. Made a lot of noise, creaks and croons.
Uh-huh. Lifted. The like plasticky like back window that you can unzip.
Yeah. Soft top.
Soft top.
Yeah. So me and Russ are in the back seat. Well, Selleck takes us to infiltrate the bad guys. Mm-hmm. We show up at the base. You remember what happened?
Do you?
Yeah. It's pretty clear in my memory.
Well, you go right ahead.
All right. It's pretty empty, actually, the roads. So we pull into the middle lane.
Yes, we
And he's
did.
like, do it now. You don't want to get closer? No. Allegedly, we were just raining like BBs down on Brad's. But, so...
Did you get
We're
him?
like-
Did you shoot him? Did you shoot any of them? Dude. I hit like 6 of them. I just... They were all ducking behind cars, running every which way, going inside. And they were just panicked. Just in a mad panic out there.
Everyone's running around like
It's
mad.
crazy. It's Madville out there. And we're just zipping down the main like nothing happened.
Get out of here, bro.
So we're driving. We're already heading toward the other school. We're all amped up. We just shot up Brad's. So why not go to the other school and cause some trouble? And that's
Why
what
not?
we did.
We're already shooting people. Why not shoot more?
Why not? So we roll up,
We roll up.
and right away, Selleck's like, "Oh my gosh, that's my cousin," and we're like,
The hot one?
"Come in, you have a cousin?
And she's a girl and you didn't tell us?
What the heck, Selleck?"
Because as the bro squad, RMS squad combined,
Yeah, bro code.
we all were trying to become related to each other. So if you told us about a cousin and hadn't told us before and she was hot, well, might as well be shooting you.
Because you're breaking the bro code.
Yeah, you need to share your cousin so we
Yeah.
can be together forever.
So,
That never happened, though.
no. So we show up. He doesn't really want to shoot his cousin, so we kind of went and chilled on the football field, let off some steam, laughed a little bit, checked the Twitter, see if anything was popping, like what we just did. Nothing.
Climbed up in the announcer box.
Comms are quiet.
Russell sets up a sniper nest
Yeah, I did. I was
in
ready
the
to go.
announcer box on the football field of the opposing school.
I was waiting for anything to move. Just a little bit.
There's a
Nothing.
truck of Hicks
Yeah.
out there standing next to their Ford F-150 from the 80s. Chewing on wheat and spitting out tobacco. Yeah, those guys were a factory, man.
Yeah. So I popped off like 6 or 7 shots at this truck. The one guy gets out, waves his hands up in the air like, and then the other guy gets out and goes, "Hey, is that an airsoft gun?" And I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Can I see it?" I'm like, "I just shot at this guy." "Sure, come up here." You guys know him? So he comes running up there all hicksy sticksy and freaking Cotton Eye Joey. Comes up and is like, "Let me see this thing. That's sick, man. You got a sight on that. You got extra clips. Man, the grip, you got the grip on there too?
You pack a punch?
Man, dude, man. That's a gun. Here. It's cool. What's your guys' names anyway?" "Well, I'm Jake. This is Tom, and that is Jeff.
Yeah.
We are from Pearland."
We
"Oh, really? You must know my cousins. You know so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so?" "Yep, I'll go to school with them. Son, old son." Anyways, we played it off. Didn't want to give away our identities because his cousin's still down there. He's like, "Don't tell him who I actually am, because my cousin know I'm out here causing a riot, because she might tell my mama." So we keep it cool, we keep it groovy. Time's ticking. Chicks are snapping, texting, whatever they did back then. And it was about that time that we're like, "All right, let's head home, you know. We got to get home." So we dropped McCade off to his truck.
Julius.
Yeah, and he went off into the moonlight.
Sure.
And for some reason, the night was still young. Right as we're driving back to my truck, so it's like, "Hey, these chicks want to drive around with us. Should we go get them?" I'm like,
Sounds like Cedar City, don't it?
"Yeah,
Drive around.
Let's go." He's like, "It's the Cedar Preppy chicks." I'm like, "Really?"
You remember how we met them.
Yeah,
Go back a couple episodes.
quite a riot. So we go meet up with these gals. They get in the Jeep, and we do the same routine thing. I'm in the back, ready to unzip the soft top to pop out some rounds. And this time around, Selk realized he had some toilet paper underneath his seat. So he's like,
Sure.
"Let's toilet paper some stuff.
Yeah.
Or some people." And I'm like, "All right,
Why the freak not?
yeah." So we're driving around looking for some prime suspects. Don't find too many because, number one,
It's like past midnight.
we were worried about the police. Number two, we were worried about shooting somebody in the eye because you know what they all say.
Don't shoot your eye.
So, finally, we're driving around. We end up at SEA, my stomping grounds at this point. And there's these 3 juvenile delinquents just chilling outside by their car. Not bothering anybody, enjoying the night, because it's still young. What does Selleck decide to do? "All right, Russ, here's how it's going to go. I'm going to throw this frag grenade, toilet paper. You're going to spray the living crap out of them with that gun of yours on the whip around. So I throw frag out, I whip around, you, and we're out of here." And I'm like, "A-okay, Bravo 6.
Sounds like a plan that Russ can do.
Easy." So we pull up, rolls down his little window. "What's up?" They're like, "Who are you?" Do you guys need some toilet paper?" Toilet paper? What? The streams are flying out behind him. He throws a couple at him. Like, what the crap? Hey! What are you doing? You know? Lined up in the side. Now let me tell you what.
Tell me what.
Have you ever seen a person run so fast they don't even know where they're going?
Yeah.
They have no direction at all.
Me running away from a hornet's nest.
Yeah,
That's what.
yeah. These people were so flustered and fricked that they about ran into their car on accident. Forgot that it was there because they're getting showered by an airsoft gun. So what do? They Chinese fire drilled into this car somehow, started it, and started the chase.
Another high-speed chase on what's going on? Couldn't be.
Oh boy, oh boy. And I tell you what, they drive over the curb, over the sidewalk to get to us. They were supposed to go out the proper way. No, they went for blood. They're driving this little car. And they jumped over the sidewalk.
Go watch Virgil. You do some of that.
These guys are crazy. And they're chasing us. Oh, boy. So we hop on the freeway because we felt the need for speed. So we're flying on the freeway. So it's like, I'm going to get off this exit right here. So he starts to get off the exit. They start to follow us. What does he do?
What?
He jumps back onto the freeway. Off of the off-ramp.
Yeah. I always plan on that when I'm going to run from cops.
Tried to trick him.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
No.
We're like, great. They're still on us. We fly through neighborhoods. Boom, boom, 80. Stop sign? Not anymore. That's a go sign. They're chasing us.
Sure.
So we finally get out to good old the land of the free, the land of RMS Squad, our stomping grounds.
Of the brave, let me tell you.
We finally get over there, and I'm like, Selleck, you're in a Jeep. They're in a car. He's like, I'm going to hit the dirt. And I'm like, all right, hit the dirt. So he hits the dirt, they hit the dirt and chase us. And I'm like,
They're crazy, remember?
no freaking way. They're taking their own car on this dirt road right now. Holy Moses. So then, they chase us for a little while. It gets bumpier. Bigger trees, forest. Their headlights fade out. They don't know where they are. We knew exactly where we were. The kid takes a right turn, and bam, we're to his house in like 2 minutes. We're all panting, like, oh, man, you really think we lost him? Yeah. They were on our tail. So we're sitting there, Selleck's house, he's like, we need to change vehicles. I'm like, by golly, you're right. They only know we're in a white Jeep. So what do? We get in this big lifted Ford truck, Selleck's dad's truck. At this time, it's about 12:15. 15 minutes too late for good old preppy Cedar girls. We had to get their butts home. So we zip them home. Selleck shoots a text. Hey, Mom, Dad, we're okay. We got chased. Russ is with me. Got the girls. We're taking them home. We'll be home after that. Sends it. Okay? So we're driving. Drop them off. Say goodbye. They literally just got out. They're like, you guys just let us on a high-speed chase around this whole town. Yeah. Bye.
I'm sure they loved it.
No, they had way fun.
Girls love that.
So much fun. And we're driving back. We're keeping an eye out for that car because we don't want to get chased again. At this point, Selleck gets a phone call. And I'm like, hey, yeah, don't forget my truck's down at the shop. It's not your house. He's like, oh, yeah, okay. Hello? Oh. Selleck tells his parents everything that just transpired. And I'm like, all right, yeah, it's your funeral, buddy. You tell them whatever you want. And you can throw me under the bus too, because I'm going home. Next thing I know, I hear, well, what, you want me to? Yeah, I can bring him to the house really quick. Okay. All right, sounds good. Yep, see you, bye. Hangs up. Hey, you okay if we go to my house really fast? My parents want to just talk to us for a quick second. I'm like, Zelig, take me to my truck. I need to get home myself. It's 10:20. I mean, it's
12:20.
It's 12:20. 20 minutes too late for old Rusty boy. I need to be home. My parents are texting me. Where you at? Zelig's bringing me to my truck. See, you're bringing me to my truck, right? No. We're going to my house. I'm like, I don't want to go to your house. I want to go to my truck. Zelig, take me to my truck, boy. Wouldn't do it. We pull up to Zelig's house. Take the turn to his street. Cedar City Police. Cedar City Police. Cedar City Police. Cedar City Police. There's 4 cop cars at Zelig's house. We're creeping up, and bold and bright as can be, the reflective police on every one of those cars is shining right at our faces. And I look at Zelig and I go, what have you done? What have you done? He parks the big bad truck. And at this point, I'm tucking that big airsoft gun under the seat. I'm throwing my vest off that I had on. And I'm getting rid of all the evidence I could possibly think of. I look at Zelig and I'm going, we're 18. We're going to jail. Those kids called your plates in. We're dead. I get out first. And Zelig says, just tell him I'll be there in a second. And I'm like,
The frick?
you're making me walk into your house alone with 4 cop cars in your front lawn. Okay. Sure. So I find my way to the front door. Cops are standing there by their cop cars, just eyeing me down. Just, there's that son of a, right there. That kid right there. And I'm just like, officers, how's your night going? I open that front door. 2 officers. Zelig's mom, Zelig's dad. Standing there, looking at me. Where's Zelig? I'm like, he said he'd be a minute. And one of the police officers was our school resource officer. He knew me really well. It's because I took a class with him. I wasn't a delinquent kid, okay? I was a good kid. He sees me, goes, Russell, I didn't know it was going to be you here. I'm like, I am going to jail. Heaven help me. I was scared out of my life. My dad was going to kill me. Zelig's dad was going to kill me. Zelig's mom was going to kill me. For what? For helping my friend. Come on.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So they get to talking to me and they go, all right, what happened? And I was like, I mean, where do you want me to start? What do I include? Our friend McCade that isn't here, he was involved too. You should go pick him up from his house and get him over here. Just kidding, I didn't say that. I would never rat out a friend. We've been through this. Never. Zelig finally waddles in. I don't know what he was doing. Maybe like saying his final goodbyes to his Jeep and truck. I don't know. But anyway, he comes in and takes over. They're like, okay, tell us what happened. He's like, okay. Tells them the whole story. Finally, the police get done listening to our report, okay? And I see one of them just rubbing his handcuffs. Just rubbing on his belt. Just looking right at me. And I'm just like, thanks for warming them up for me, buddy. I can't wait to wear those things. So then, they look at us. Is that it? Is that all that happened? All right. First and foremost, any kind of a gun can be taken as a weapon. If you guys would have been pulled over or saw with that out the window, we would have taken it as a real weapon and we would have acted on that. in that manner. So you guys put yourselves in danger. Second thing, those girls you had in your car, you put them in danger. Third thing and final thing, the people that got your license plate, they are not pressing charges. But just know that if they had been, you would both be going to jail tonight.
I thought it was Selec's mom that called him.
This is what the officers tell us.
They're good at lying.
So we go, okay. Are we free to go? Can we go? I'm like, hey, I gotta get home. Thanks, officers. We'll never do that again. I promise. I promise. They didn't confiscate our weapons or nothing. So I'm like, Selleck, can you get me to my truck? I gotta get home. And that's when Selleck's mom steps up and goes, oh no, I'll take him. Come on, Russell. And I'm like, all right, let's go. So we get in the Suburban. She backs out real slow. Turns out of the driveway real slow. Creeps down the road real slow. And I'm just sitting there after I just loaded my massive airsoft machine gun and vest into the front seat with me. And I've got it propped on my lap. And I'm just sitting there like I just got back from war and I'm all tired and tuckered out and don't want to hear anything from anybody. Got this big gun draped across my lap. Seatbelt's on. She made sure of that. And she's like, you know, I'm real disappointed in you. You're supposed to be looking out for Selleck and a good friend. And, well, tonight just proved that, you know, you guys need to reevaluate things and need to look at, you know, look into your lives and see what you need to change. I just really hope that you can. And I was like, me too. The only reason I'm here is because your son wanted me to help him. I didn't say that. We finally get to my truck. She's like, have a good night and tell your parents when you get home what happened. If you don't, I will. I'm like, okay, Miss, have a good night. Bye. Get my truck, throw the gun in, throw my vest in. I'm zipping home because my dad called me twice. And when old Paul calls you, you get your butt home. That's for sure. I get home, walk in the front door, tell them the story, tell them I almost got arrested. And they're like, so that's it? And I'm like, yeah. Bring me your airsoft gun and go to bed. Okay. Good night. Love you guys. Love you, Mom. Good night. Love you. That was it.
Yeah.
They're like, glad you're home. Glad you're safe. Glad you're not in jail. If one of our kids was going to be, it was going to be you. We knew that.
That's for sure. So,
anyway.
Or Logan, because he got caught waterboarding.
2 years later, I'm talking to the good old school resource officer who's now retired and does bulletproof glass protection installments in restaurants and local businesses. Talking to him. And he goes, hey, you remember that night Selleck's mom called the police on you for shooting people with your airsoft gun? I went, hey, wait a minute. What do you mean? And he goes, yeah, she set that all up. She called us and said, can you please come and scare my son because he's doing a lot of bad stuff and he needs to be set right. Can you please come to my house because he's been shooting people with airsoft guns tonight. So we came, showed up, said that the other people that were chasing you were not pressing charges, but she was the one that called us there. No one reported you guys or called you in. And I was like, you have got to be kidding me. I was like, I about went to jail because Selleck's mom called the police on her own son.
Well, they probably wouldn't have taken you to jail unless she asked them to.
Yeah, I know. I know. But we could have avoided the situation altogether if she would have just sat us down and talked to us. But no. And I go, you're kidding me. He goes, no, I honestly, I couldn't believe she did it either. He's like, and I know you. I know you're not, a bad kid. He's like, I saw you walk in, and I was like, oh gosh, gotta put these guys through this. And I found out 2 years later the truth about that night. When I thought I was for sure gonna drop the soap one day. Well, that day was not that day. We are still jail free, and I never been happier.
Russell has not been to jail. That's actually one of our most listened to podcasts.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's because everybody thought I did go to jail.
Yeah. Wonder why. Virgil coming out every Friday. Go check that out. McCade Stevenson on YouTube. Yeah.
Quality content. Go get Virgil. All right, go watch it. Show it to your friends. Show it to your family. Give us a like. Give us a subscribe. And we'll catch you next time on
What
Is
going
On.
Bye-bye.
Toodles.